Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Well, well, well. Nomad Pack, are we in for a treat today? This just dropped really recently, but as you see right here, Hasan Piker, annoying libtarded communist ass, after he went to Cuba, because I guess he decided to steal that same idea from Nick Shirley, because Nick Shirley was shortly in Cuba doing his thing, almost got caught by some government official. Luckily he got out of there all good and everything. I like Nick Shirley for the most part. I fucks with him. Besides the point, though, luckily there was none become of that, but Hasan Piker had the same idea to go to Cuba, said and did some things there, and the American government, especially with the Trump administration, is not too happy about it. He acknowledges here he may be in serious trouble now that the U.S. government is investigating his ties to foreign governments. I wonder if that also has to do with China. Now, granted, I'm glad we're getting along with China again. It's about time because, like it or not, they're quite the tech military powerhouse. We shouldn't be wanting to fight. We should be better united and have a better understanding as well as trading, which is good. Luckily, it was a bit in the more not so nice area since Trump got in, but luckily he's redeeming that, which is good. I digress. I wonder if there's more to meets the eye and the government knows a little something else that we don't know about Hasan and his comments with that, but also his relationship as well with foreign governments in general, and if there's some money being exchanged there as well, because he has talked so much trash about the country he's living in and whatnot. Granted, it's not all perfect. We have a right to complain more or less with the government official than anything, but talking all that trash, being a typical annoying nepo baby grifter, and his orbiters, same as here, talking a lot of smack, disrespecting the country, disrespecting how it's ran and everything, talking pretty much all that smack like Icarus. It seems like it's one by one. I kind of said this was a matter of time before Hasan caught his with like his orbiters was disrespecting, talking that trash, and now karma's hitting them like a ton of bricks, and now it looks like it's his turn. Let's take a look.
And I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's not great. The news is not great, okay? I mean, it's bullshit, but still not great that, you know, they're after your boy. They're up my ass.
I wonder why.
And I'll obviously get into it right now. I'll tell you all about it, but let me blast off real quick. We will free you, brother. Yeah, free me. Free me. Free me.
What is this people gonna do? Stand on the side with freaking signs and whine and complain, or go march and loot stores or something? All jokes aside, though, look, I'm all free speech and everything like that. You gotta be pro free speech. Is in our Constitution, our amendment, even though this guy has talked trash about that, saying that should be abolished and doesn't respect free speech because he's on that communist thing. Oh, it's only good for me, but everyone else, no. And that's very problematic, especially when you dig into this country and how it was made with the Constitution and all of that stuff, where we could criticize not only governments but other things, but have actual good criticisms and factual criticisms and not no garbage BS about open borders, LGBT being pushed everywhere, and, you know, all the stuff that leftists really push that are very bad and toxic to the society. I digress. If the shoe was on the other foot and that idiot Kamala would have gotten office, it was already bad under Biden's administration with conservatives being censored or deplatformed, demonetized, and all that stuff. Luckily, thanks to Trump, as much as I criticize him of things, granted I voted for him 3 times, so I kind of have a very good right, as well as others, to criticize some of the bad moves he's make. I'm still glad that we were able to turn that around, and Elon Musk as well, whether you like him or not. purchasing X, letting us run our free speech, whether it be of substance or just ranting, complaining, etc. Just mostly people practicing their free speech in general, whether you like it or not. That's what this country is founded and based on, one of the big things. So I don't want to hear nothing about that. But after all of the nonsense and garbage that he is spewing, you could tell he's shaking in his privileged LA boots right now. Just like Icarus hitting the sun, him and his orbiters were pushing the limits. I like to use this for an example, pushing the limits, trying to fly as towards the sun as they could. But when those wings started catching fire, and when he got humbled by the sun saying, not today, buddy, you pushed and did enough. Now it's about time we put an investigation. I do admire he's trying to save face and be calm about it, but you could tell he's got to be visibly shaking in those boots, like I said. Karma came, I'll tell you that much. And, you know, as someone who's anti-free speech right now and that, I bet you're really trying to exercise the hell out of that now. I don't know how, we have to wait and see how this is going to turn out in court. But I'll tell you this, she was on the other foot, even though Republicans typically know better of this, and we expect them to because we'd be no better than these commie-crats. It's one thing criticizing government for actual good criticisms and whatnot of the country, like Trump, my criticism, and a lot of others going into Iran and messing with that and causing that whole trouble fiasco for no good reason and pulling out of the JCPOA and whatnot, even though he had a better deal than Obama did. Because, you know, not for nothing, it wasn't about nukes, that's just BS there. I'm just going to summarize that because that's besides the point, but I will say is that now me and others are really happy to see Hasan, who is disrespected, talk shit about the country he is not only living and thriving in, but taking advantage on his capitalism, and that greedy grifter hates to admit it, and he doesn't want people knowing behind the scenes he cares a lot about his money and financials, just like every so-called dirty capitalist pig, in his own words, care about. And when he talks smack about people who want to thrive and do well in this country, his words to get taken out and have their capitalist blood spilled on the streets. But now when the shoe's on the other foot and he's facing trouble for the nonsense, garbage, and disrespect to the country, that he is definitely in the hot seat now, and he better really show appreciation for the lawyer and the people that show mercy in this court if it ever goes to court or becomes a big thing. I think right now they're mostly going to question him and look into his background of dealing with these government officials from these other countries that are supposed to be our ops, but luckily China doesn't seem to be our op anymore, which is good. I would rather them not be an op. I would rather get along and be friendly, and we have a good understanding, friendly basis with one another. That's better, my 2 cents, especially for trading, and because a lot of the stuff we gotta offshore from them for making our equipment, technology, among other things. They're one of the big suppliers, or the huge suppliers of the stuff we get into the country, like it or not. But there's more. You can see it's everywhere, and look, even Myron Gaines
reality that what she was trying to do in that regard was
all this stuff. Man, I hate when the mouse does that. Nationalism on principle is indefensible. Hasan Piker. This is the problem with liberals. They don't love this country or capitalism. Champagne socialist hypocrites like Hasan Hobby drive Porsches and make millions while consistently condemning capitalism. I couldn't have said it better myself. Let's look into this clip.
reality that what she was trying to do in that regard was to defend nationalism on principle. Nationalism on principle is indefensible. Reality that what she
typical nonsense you hear an idiot like him spill, but I couldn't have said it better myself. Ooh, Hasan. You are in deep shit, my friend. Deep shit. You best really get your P's and Q's in order, hire a good lawyer, even though I shouldn't be giving them this advice. Do what that lawyer freaking tells you, especially with the money you're paying them. And really show respect and appreciation if you just get off with a slap in the wrist, because this has been a long time coming, and even your orbiters have faced consequences to stupid bad actions. So, yeah, you best be sure you're not cooked, buddy, because from what it looks like to me and others, you are kind of cooked here. It doesn't look good for you. Well, that's all I had to say. Let me know what you all think of that one. Let me know your thoughts and comments on that, and I will catch you all next time. Peace.